The movie opens with a truck going through a disinfection zone. The truck stops as the man rolls down his window next to a man in a hazmat suit, explaining that there has been a small leak and the disinfection is a simple procedure. As the man continues driving, he is distracted by his ringing phone that he accidentally hits a deer. When he stops and sees the seemingly dead deer, he moves on, but seconds later, we see the deer come back from the dead with its eyes turned white. Meanwhile, in Seoul, we see a man named Sok-woo, who is a workaholic completely invested in his job. Later that day, Sok-woo arrives home and hands his daughter Soo-won an early birthday present, but it is the same present he got her last year. To make up for the mix-up, she says that she wants to see her mom in Busan the next day. Although Sok-woo was reluctant at first due to his career, his mother managed to convince him to do it. The next morning, the two of them head to the train station to get on their train to Busan, but on the way, they are encountered by emergency vehicles. They board the train, where we get to see all of the passengers on board alongside Sok-woo and his daughter. As the train prepares to leave, a young woman sneaks inside with a bite on her leg. As the train leaves, the conductor notices a bunch of people at the top of the stairs acting out of control. Soo-won sees the conductor being attacked, and she is startled. She notices that her father is asleep, so she lets him sleep as she slowly sneaks to go to the bathroom. In the bathroom, she sees a homeless man being questioned by attendants about why he won't leave. To their surprise, the man says everyone is dead, leaving everyone confused. Not able to find a free bathroom, a man tells Soo-won to go to another bathroom. Back at the seat, Sok-woo wakes up and starts looking for his daughter. At the same time, an attendant is helping the infected woman who is experiencing a seizure. She asks for assistance, but the infected woman transforms into a zombie and attacks her. After that, the infected and the attendant, both already zombies, begin attacking the baseball team on board. This causes them to run, but only 4 of the baseball team manage to get out of the situation alive. As a male attendant sees the situation and tries to warn everyone, he is also bitten. Sok-woo sees the entire situation and quickly tries to find his daughter. He grabs her as they run away from all the infected passengers. All of the survivors manage to get into one railway car where it's free from the infected. Moments after Sok-woo and his daughter are safe, he receives a call from Soo-won's mother, who is gasping for air, saying her final goodbye as her voice changes into the same as the one of the infected. Moments later, the conductor announces that the train won't be arriving in Busan, but they will stop at Daejeon Station as instructed by the military. When they arrive at the deserted station, the passengers leave the train and move through the station, where they are encountered by a large number of infected soldiers chasing after them. Seconds later, Sok-woo sees his daughter about to be attacked, but fellow passengers, a pregnant woman and her husband, manage to save her from the infected. Running towards them, Sok-woo is startled by an infected trying to bite him. All of a sudden, the homeless man covers the infected, which allows Sok-woo to escape. All of the passengers rush back to the train. However, only a few of them make it inside before the businessman forces the conductor to get the train moving. Although some passengers are left behind, including Sok-woo and Soo-won, they run towards the moving train and manage to get inside and escape infected in seconds. The pregnant woman, the homeless man, Soo-won, and a few other passengers find themselves in a tricky position when they realize they are surrounded by infected on both sides of the train. They move and hide in the bathrooms. Sok-woo and the other man realize they are stuck in car 13 and go to rescue them. Moving from one car to another, Sok-woo, the man, and one of the baseball players manage to fight off the infected. After they are reunited with the passengers hiding in the bathrooms, they decide to rescue another baseball player stuck in car 15. As the train is going through a tunnel, they use the overhead compartments to move across the car filled with infected. The homeless man slips and causes the infected to start searching for him. Sok-woo silently moves towards him to help him. When the light comes back, and the infected can once again see everyone on board, they manage to escape and get to car 14. But to their surprise, car 15's door is locked and they can't open it, while the door of car 14 is barely able to hold the infected outside. They try smashing the door, but we get a peek on the other side of the door, where a handful of arrogant passengers who are looking after themselves have locked themselves inside, ignoring the other passengers. Eventually, they manage to break the door open and move to the next door to car 15, but a selfish businessman refuses to let them in and forcefully tries to shut the door. Back at car 14's door, Sok-woo alongside Song-hwa try their best to keep the infected outside, but Song-hwa gets bitten. He tells Sok-woo to take care of his pregnant wife and to leave him to hold the door alone. In the meantime, the passengers outside car 15 manage to open the door and get inside. The new passengers are then sent to the vestibule due to the fear that they might be infected. Moments later, one of the women on the train decides to open the door to the infected because she saw her sister among them, which causes the majority of the passengers in car 15 to become infected. Moments after, the conductor informs the passengers that there was a blockage on the way and they'd have to find another train. He manages to find a safe train to transfer the surviving passengers to the station. In the meantime, we see the businessman and a male attendant hiding in the bathroom of car 15. The businessman, Yeon-suk, decides to throw the attendant outside as bait while he runs from the infected. In the meantime, a baseball player and the female cheerleader get separated from the group, and as they try to find a way out, Yeon-suk arrives and pushes the girl, and she gets bitten. Yeon-suk manages to escape, but the baseball player takes the girl in his arms as she turns into a zombie, and eventually bites him. After the burning train causes massive destruction at the station, Soo-won wakes up her father, and they find themselves beneath a train full of infected people. In the meantime, the conductor slowly moves the train looking for survivors, and he only sees Yeon-suk running toward the train. The conductor gets out to help him, but as Yeon-suk trips, both of them get infected. But Yeon-suk manages to get up and chase after the moving train. Underneath the train, Sok-woo finds a way to escape and saves his daughter and the pregnant woman from the crashing train. They see the moving train and they start chasing after it as infected people chase after them. They make it on the train, but Yeon-suk is only seconds away from becoming a zombie. Yeon-suk attacks Sok-woo and bites his hand. As Sok-woo manages to push him off the train, he has seconds to teach his daughter how to operate a train before he becomes one of the affected. He says goodbye to his daughter and goes to the back of the train, seconds before he becomes fully infected, and thinks about Soo-won as a baby before he allows himself to fall off the moving train as the infection spreads across his body. At the end of the movie, we see Soo-won and Song-young as they arrive at Busan station and go towards the tunnel. On the other side of the tunnel, soldiers are looking at them as they are ordered to shoot them, thinking they are infected. However, Soo-won starts singing with tears in her eyes, which confirms to the soldiers that they are survivors, and rush towards them to save them.